Welcome back to Lady Cadence Island. Now I am prepping, of course, for the November set, and they just released all the beautiful decorations. I just posted a video showing some of the decorations as well as my prep work, but now they've got the full set shown so you can see exactly what's coming up. Super excited about that. But I've been noticing a lot of posts for people wondering how I have extra space ready, how you can have even space because their islands are crowded just to advance through scenes, and that's an easy trap to fall into. So I just want to do a quick video to show you 3 basic things to keep in mind so that you are not overcrowding your island. You're able to decorate, have the space you need, get the decorations that you want. So let's go over those really quickly. Number 1, plan ahead. Now, you know I'm a big planner when it comes to this game because I play the game in order to decorate my island. So I'm always planning ahead for the next seasonal set, but that also means planning ahead for your next island. So in my case, I just opened up Marigold Island, and a lot of that is due to planning ahead. Advancing through the scenes, obviously, but part of my planning is storing certain items on some islands just to advance, and then until those spaces open up, thinking through what you want to put on that island. Now, I've already decided that this island is going to be, because it is fall themed, I'm going to be placing all of my fairground items on this island, fall type trees, some of the things from the November set. Eventually, after November, I will eventually place those on this island because it is a fall-themed island. Now, I had already planned ahead for the November set coming up on Orchid. You've seen the other video where I took off my spring-type looking things and just temporarily stored those on Snowdrop, again because I was working to open up this island. So I've got my townhouses from Orchid, some of these wedding set items, the swing and the flowers, all these loopings and the bushes that I had, as well as the fence around that, the cookout, pool, all of those items I want to use, but they don't match a fall theme. So in order to save my flower count and not lose those and yet still have space, I temporarily stored them on Snowdrop because I don't have anything really to put on Snowdrop at this point. I only have a few little winter decorations from last year. I'm going to have to wait till December to get more winter decorations. So that was totally fine. So that was one way that I had planned ahead for November to have space, was moving those items onto Snowdrop and just temporarily storing them. And what that did for me was continue to keep my flower count up so I could continue to open up scenes. And it also helped me to push through mist here on Snowdrop so that I could get into that next island and open that up. And of course cleared space so I could have space for my new set to be planning for that. Now, eventually I'm going to be putting, after the November set is done, what I'm doing to plan ahead is I'm going to be putting back these Orchid Town townhouses, the fence, all of those summery, springy things back onto Orchid. And it will be, again, springy, summery look to it all the time. And then when I have moved those back over, I will have space on Snowdrop then to, add in my winter items and build up those seasonal set items. So I'm planning ahead with the islands that I'm working on, the upcoming seasonal sets, and the themes I want for each island, and then planning ahead for individual decorations. If you're still only on Orchid, that's the only one you have, then planning ahead for you just looks like clearing your mist and planning for the next set of decorations that will become available, because all of these are not going to be available to you until you open a certain amount of stars. So you start all the way back at the beginning and you're thinking through what you want in that moment. So what I like to do when I was first started out playing was make a beautiful scene with what I had, try as much as you can to get the higher flower count items, like the summer swing is great. Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit it. Things that will boost your flower count and help you to move forward in the game, but always be planning ahead for the next set of decorations that will be available. So for example, They have this lovely bridge, which I think I passed already. The first bridge is only worth eight. Here we go. Yeah, so that's worth 500 flowers for this one. The first bridge that you get is only worth 80 flowers. So one way you can be planning ahead is switching out a lower count decoration with a higher count one. This one, here we go, this park bridge. Now I have both of those on my island, but I did have two of the park bridges and I replaced one with this higher count one because it's worth so many more flowers. Again, some of these are good high flower count items. Think through how you want to set your scene and how they will connect with your other seasonal set items. But then always be thinking ahead how you can be replacing low count flower count items with higher ones that you actually want. So planning ahead is huge. You plan ahead for the next islands that you're going to get, the next seasonal set, the themes that you want to decorate with on your island. Plan, 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 and that will help you so much not waste coins or on things that you don't want. And that brings me to the second point, number 2, purchase wisely. Only purchase what you want. Don't just buy things because you have like, oh, well, I only need 20 more flowers to advance or 100 more, so let me just load up on some cheap things. No, because you're going to just overcrowd your island just to advance. The goal of the game is not to advance as quickly as possible. It's to enjoy it. And you're not going to enjoy it if you're just have your island completely crowded up with decorations and you don't have a space for anything. Now, as I said, I have lower count flower items, of course. All these borders here, those are only worth 1 flower a piece. The grass, of course, is only 1 flower. But I have arranged other ones around them. These are 40, that 75. Of course, marvelous items are always great. Seasonal set items that are single for 75 or higher are tremendous. These are worth 120. So I made sure when the Venice set was going that I bought up a bunch of these because they're high flower count, but they're gorgeous also, and it's ones that I want. So saving up your coins for things that you actually want is super, super important. And then spending only on what you want, not on decorations that you don't want. And remember, you can earn flowers and decorations through more ways than just purchasing them from the shop or from the seasonal set. There are always Fairground Fortune decorations, Detectives Needed decorations, Sweep the Board, Secrets. Those are all great ways to earn decorations. And you also have the ability to get decorations through the Deja Vu shop. And right now, I've already gotten several things from them now, but they've got a lot of these fairground type items because that's what was available. I thought, I'm going to make a set based on those things because they were also offering a lot of those for rewards for challenges in the last couple months. So the Deja Vu shop is great. Tips shop, same way. They also have a lot of fall things when they updated it. And this was a couple months ago they updated it. But they've got all kinds of things in here. Now, it takes time to save up, but it's worth it. See, here's Main Stage. It's another fairground type item that they are offering here. I want to get the Path Through the Heather, the Mountain Tunnel. Now, that'll take me time to get these things, and these are the items I am planning ahead to Marigold for eventually, but it's stages. So right now it's going to be on Orchid, my Fall November set, and then eventually that's going to be pushed to Marigold once that is completely opened up. And I'll make that the fall type scene. But see, there's lots of these here, and I already actually got things from both the Tip Shop and Deja Vu. So, for example, I've got that prize pumpkin, this little fairground game. Those are both from the Deja Vu shop. A lot of these were challenge rewards. There are secret rewards in here for completing that. Sweep the Board rewards. A few of those in here, some Detectives Needed, Fairground Fortune rewards. They were all fair type things that I got. This was from the last Secrets right there, and then the swing that was from the Deja Vu shop. So I'm planning ahead based on what's available in the different shops and what I know I want to do later, which again is Marigold is going to be my fairground island. And for now, they're all here and will go nicely with the fall items from November, but then eventually they'll all get moved. So, but I'm using those other shops and challenges in order to advance flowers while I'm saving up my coins. So I'm not spending my coins on anything right now. Got 9 more days till the new set hit. My goal is to get 100,000 coins so that I can buy up exactly what I want right at the beginning of the month. And as a reminder, of course, you're always going to do your add so you lessen the amount of time you need, or the amount of energy you need to play scenes. But as a reminder, these mastered scenes give you up to 75 coins per play. So I do one that I've just finished. That way it's fresh in my mind. I know where all the things are. I can get perfect scores on them. This helps me to get those coins. It also helps with things like Fairground Fortune, where you're trying to, play without using it, missing a tap or using a hint, those type of things. So you're just killing so many birds with one stone doing it that way, saving up your coins that way to get those seasonal set items right away. And the reason I like to get them right at the beginning of the month, that first week, is because then I'm going to be saving my coins for a high flower count item. Now, this last time I had saved up for another greenhouse. I have 3 greenhouses currently. They're gorgeous. You can decorate them in so many ways, but they're worth 2,400 flowers. So that's what I just did. The next one I'm going to be getting, this time I'm going to be saving up for the park playtime to put on Marigold. It'll go really nicely on that island. And let me just show you what I've done on other islands just to help you understand. So I've been doing this as a regular pattern. Get all my seasonal set items and then save up for one of those high count items. Now, when they were doing the German set, I immediately got everything I could that first week, put it on here. I'd already moved my Alpine set over here, all these other things over to Laurel, so it was ready. And then I saved up to get this park playtime for 2,400 plus this tree here, which is an 800 flower count item. So those were the 2 things I saved up for the rest of the month so that I could continue to advance. Now, what I did this past time was getting 2 of the greenhouses on Willow. So I've saved up and I made a really beautiful set here. Eventually, thinking again, planning ahead, I want this island to be totally tropical. There are lots of animals that are tropical and more tropical plants and decorations that I will get eventually, whether they offer them through challenges or other seasonal sets. I'm going to eventually turn this island completely tropical. But for now, I want it to look pretty and use what I have. So I'm using what I have currently and other seasonal set items, plus things that I just already can get, and these greenhouses are one of those. So I've got 2 of those. It gives me tons of flowers. That's what has helped me to push through Snowdrop and get to Marigold. And now when I move all of those fall decorations to Marigold, I'm probably going to move one of these over, at least maybe both of them. I'll probably end up just saving, honestly, up more coins to get more of them and putting those on Orchid and making it just a really beautiful summer, spring kind of garden area in the back of my Orchid Island. So that's the goal for that. So I'm purchasing only things that I want, saving up for those things that are really high flower count, replacing low flower count items, and then, just getting what I want to decorate with and not wasting money on little things that just take up space. All right, final step, store items that you don't want to decorate with. Now, storing versus selling. Let's talk about that. Okay, so if I were to sell this, someone just posted recently that they had to sell their greenhouse to get coins for their seasonal set, and that made me so sad that they did that. Like I said, the seasonal set for me is coming up in 9 more days. I have already been saving the last several days, so I really try to spend the last 2 weeks of the month saving up for seasonal set items so that I can have all those, and I'm not selling things. If I was to sell this right now, it would be worth 36,000 coins. However, remember, I bought it for 72,000. So it is only worth half the amount of coins to sell it. What would be much better instead of doing that would be save those nice big items. Now what I'm going to be doing instead, once I have gotten all of my seasonal set items placed and ready, I'm going to be storing other items in my boat. Now, first things first, I forgot to mention, I actually already moved Halloween items over to Marigold because I don't really care for Halloween. I'm going to be replacing those. I will be getting some of those wrought iron fences. They look like they're snowy on the bottom, and then getting more of the November items to put in here to kind of graduate into the snow. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing. But to going back to storing items, when I have all of those items ready to place, I'm going to actually be storing these Halloween items on my boat. And then when I have enough things ready to unwrap that I have purchased that equal the same amount of flowers, I'll go ahead and place those and then, or store these at that time, and then go ahead and complete those items so I'm not losing flower count that way. It's just balancing out. And then I have the equal amount. I've got extra space here ready to go for new things to add in. And then when I need to advance, if I need to just plop a few things in order to open up scenes, I can, and then just put them right back on the boat again. And just be constantly building new items that way, so that you're always opening up space, but you're not wasting things on your island, because I don't want these Halloween things on this island. That's not where their home is going to be. Now, I'm continuing to open up islands, so I don't mind having things I don't like on an island just in order to push through the mist and keep progressing forward, but that's not where their final home is going to be. So I do like to have things in storage that I could just put down just when I need to advance, but not to keep on there for decorating. So I hope that makes sense. Again, 3 basic things are to plan ahead for the next island you're going to be getting, the theme you want for that island, the next seasonal set that's coming up, the next decorations that'll be available to you that you want to use. Planning ahead is so key, and you should be planning at least a month in advance. I always post the upcoming seasonal sets so you can be planning ahead. And then number 2, purchase only what you want. Purchase wisely. Just get the decorations that you actually want to use. Make sure you're purchasing higher flower count items and switching out those lower flower count items. And then number 3, make sure you're storing items that you don't want to be using as decorations, but that you can put down when you need to, just to advance, and then put back on your boat again. The other thing I didn't mention, which goes along with storage, is also hiding items. Now, of course, I always do hide items too behind things that are a decent flower count, because it helps you with your flower count, and you don't see those items, so they're not taking away from the prettiness of your island, but they are still allowing you to progress further. So got a few things hidden right back there, but they need to be a high enough flower count item to make it worth it. So one of those is 50, and then of course my little prizes for advancing in detective leagues, those I don't really want to display those, so I hide them behind buildings, and they keep my flower count up while still allowing me to have a beautiful island and progress through the game. So hope that helps you guys as you're thinking through how to best decorate your islands, how not to overcrowd your islands, and how to make them look exactly how you want them to look, and keep progressing through the game. Thanks so much for watching.